Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we will talk about global city. So what is global city? It is an urban center that enjoys significant competitive advantages and that serves as a hub within globalized economic system, with increased attention being paid to process of globalization during subsequent years. These world cities came to be known as global cities. No, so global cities is the most important and influential cities that covers the dimension of globalization. These dimensions are cultural, experience, business activity, human capital, as well as political engagement. It has been argued that global cities are those sharing the following characteristics, and these characteristics are home to major stocks exchange and indexes, influential in international political affairs, home to world-renowned cultural institutions, service a major media hub, large mass transit networks, and home to large international airports and having a prominent skyline. As of February 2022, these are the global cities, starting with London, Boston, San Francisco, New York, Melbourne, Toronto, Paris, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Chicago. Source of that is Schuldrer PLC, published in March 29, 2022, a UK-based company. So let's talk about Manila City. So is it considered as a global city? So as the Philippines pick up some steam over the years with an increase in FDI or foreign direct invest and consistent GDP or gross domestic product, Metro Manila has become an emerging global city like Seoul, Shanghai, and Jakarta. It has also been the same list as Tokyo, New York, London, Paris, Chicago, Hong Kong, and Singapore for globally competitive cities. So let's talk about how these cities become global cities. So let's start with London. During the 19th century, London was transformed into the world's largest city and capital of the British Empire. Its population expanded from 1 million in 18th and to 6.7 million in century later during this period. So London City is considered a global city for many reasons. The city is metropolitan and therefore it has a mixture of different cultures. The index is based in the rich human resource, the cultural wealth, and other strengths. Businesses, activities, and in London are also very high in index. So London is both world-class league but also increasingly in a league of its own. Now let's talk about Toronto, Canada. Toronto, Canada is an emblematic of a new stratum of global cities. Unlike many other world cities, the city has gained stature only over the past half century, having successful post-industrialized into a new economy and become a major world center for immigration. A.T. Kearney, a renowned global consultant company in industrial and public sector line, places Jakarta in the first of 34 cities in the world as the most global city. Kuala Lumpur is also a global city since it is rated as an Alpha World City and is the only global city in Malaysia. Other important economic activities in the city are education and health services. Also has advantage stemming from the high concentration of educational institutions that provide wide-ranging of courses. In Australia, we have Melbourne City. The Economist Intelligence Unit 2007 Global Livability Index awarded Melbourne as the world's top city for 7 years running. Our cohesive and stable society, healthcare, education, and world-class infrastructure make Melbourne a magnificent city in which to live, work, and study. Australia, Sydney. In 2022, Sydney was in the top 20 list of leading centers globally and was ranked 8th overall in the Asia Pacific region. The Global Power City ranked Sydney 10th in 2019 among 48 of the world's major cities, behind familiar leaders like London, New York, Tokyo, and Paris. Now let's talk about one of the top 10 of the global cities, Boston. Boston is a welcoming global city where residents, visitors, talents, and businesses thrive. Paris, France is also a global city in immigration, and in fact, Paris is a quintessential global city. It has been one of the world's most visited places of century, and economic prospers today thanks to a well-educated workforce, modern infrastructure, and global niches in creative industry, businesses, service, and tourism. So South Korea is continued to be the capital city of Korea under the Joseon dynasty. Um, the Seoul capital area contains five UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These are Jangjok Palace, Hwaseong Fortress, Gyeongmyo Shrine, Namsanseong, and Royal Tombs of Joseon Dynasty. Amsterdam is also a global city as the commercial capital of the Netherlands and one of the top financial centers in Europe. Amsterdam is considered an Alpha World City by the Globalization and World Cities. This city is also the cultural capital of the Netherlands. Tokyo is also a global city because the Tokyo metropolitan area is the largest world city region globally and is the location where many of the Japan's advanced functions are centralized. The competitive power of new cultural industries has been demonstrated. The difference between world city and a global city is that a world city is seen in terms of powerful politics, development of trade, culture, and education, while a global city is considered to be a center which includes not only trade, influential political activity, educational, cultural attributes, but also located in their headquarters of TNCs and international. Why do we need to study global city? It is important to study global city because they interact with states and other international actors, pursue objectives that are often intertwined with global economic agendas, and are crucial to questions related to climate change, mobility and migration, technological innovation, economic development, and infrastructure. So that's all for my educational vlog for today's video. It's all about the global city. See you on my next vlog. Bye bye.